Waking up and finding no human, you stumble into a crumbling old news broadcast flickering on a dusty television. The voice crackles. Humans disappeared 500 years ago. Silence surrounds you. The air is heavy with the smell of damp moss. Streets, once roaring with cars, now lie buried beneath thick roots. Skyscrapers lean like exhausted giants, their glass skeletons shattered. Wrapped in ivy, New York, Tokyo, Mumbai, all once dazzling beacons of humanity, are now green cathedrals of vines and birdsong. The question burns inside you: how did the world survive without us? What does Earth look like when 5 centuries pass without a single human hand to shape it? Before we dive into the future of this empty Earth, let's remember what humanity meant. For thousands of years, we were both builders and destroyers. We carved mountains to make cities, drained rivers to feed factories, and bent forests into farmland. Our footprints were everywhere: in the smoke above Beijing, in the plastic islands of the Pacific, in the glowing lights of Paris at midnight. But we also built wonders: the pyramids, the Great Wall, satellites orbiting the skies, even footprints on the moon. Our legacy was double-edged: progress that illuminated the night and scars that darkened the soil. So, when we vanish, what does Earth do with our absence? The first days of silence, within hours of our disappearance, airplanes fall from the sky. With no pilots, their mechanical hearts stall and plunge into seas and fields. In cities, traffic lights blink pointlessly into the void until the power grids they depend on collapse. Nuclear reactors, left unattended, shut down automatically, designed to avoid catastrophe without us. Yet some leak radiation into nearby rivers, poisoning valleys. Cows bellow in empty barns, dogs howl for owners who will never return. A strange quiet settles. By the first week, subways flood. Without pumps to hold back groundwater, tunnels beneath London, New York, and Tokyo feel like underground rivers. Rats scurry upward, chased by rising waters. The planet exhales. Months without us. Months later, city skylines begin their slow transformation. Streetlights darken, plunging neighborhoods into night. Wildlife dares to enter again. Wolves slip into suburbs, herds of deer graze on manicured golf courses, and birds nest in traffic lights. In New York, Times Square goes dark for the first time in over a century. Neon billboards fall silent, their flickering replaced by the glow of fireflies. Tokyo's endless buzz of vending machines and bullet trains fades into whispers of wind through broken glass. Mumbai's relentless horns tucks, and rickshaws dissolve into monsoon rain and the croak of frogs reclaiming the city. The first decade's 10 years pass. Roots burst through pavement. Forests push into suburbs, and weeds climb high rises. Elephants wander abandoned railways in Africa. Lions prowl old safari hotels, finally free from fences. Bridges collapse without maintenance. Steel rusts. Concrete cracks, and entire highways crumble into rubble. In Venice, without constant dredging, canals clog and overflow, drowning palazzos in green water. Cities once symbols of dominance now kneel before vines and rivers. A century of absence, 100 years. By now, forests reclaim vast areas once called home by billions. New York. Central Park stretches outward, swallowing Broadway and Wall Street. Wolves hunt elk in what was once Times Square. The Statue of Liberty, corroded by salt winds, begins to lose her torch. Tokyo's skyscrapers bow beneath earthquakes they once resisted. Sakura blossoms bloom wildly over collapsed Shibuya crossings. Mumbai mangroves reclaim the coast. Temples sink into jungle vines, and leopards stalk silent train stations. Caro sand from the Sahara rolls in, burying highways, pressing dunes against half-standing apartment blocks. Nuclear waste sites remain dangerous scars. Some metals and plastics survive, whispering of our long-vanished hand. Yet, rivers run clearer, skies turn bluer, and species we once endangered begin to thrive. The wild earth emerges 200 years on. The earth feels ancient again. Rainforests expand, carpeting South America. Jaguars roam through what used to be Brasilia. Coral reefs, freed from human overfishing and pollution, glow once more with color. Whales sing undisturbed in oceans free from ship engines. In Africa, the Serengeti pushes outwards, spilling into once crowded Nairobi. Herds thunder across highways where traffic once clogged. The Sahara, however, remains harsh. Without irrigation projects, oases dry, but desert foxes and hardy shrubs thrive in this untouched wilderness. 500 years without humanity, half a millennium has passed. The great cities of humankind are unrecognizable. Skyscrapers crumble completely, leaving jagged teeth of stone and rust swallowed by jungle. New York is a forest with rivers cutting through where Fifth Avenue once ran. Tokyo is a silent archipelago of moss-covered ruins. Mumbai has vanished under a dense jungle canopy where tigers rule again. Only stone monuments endure. The pyramids of Giza still pierce the sky. Mount Rushmore's faces are faded but faintly visible. The Great Wall of China snakes brokenly across mountains, its stones pulled apart by tree roots. Our satellites fall from orbit, burning in streaks of fire across the night sky. The moon still bears our footprints, but no one remembers who made them. The memory of humanity, though humanity is gone, traces linger. Plastics buried deep remain like strange fossils. Radio signals we once broadcast drift endlessly into space. Perhaps somewhere far away another civilization will hear our voice, wondering who we were. But Earth thrives. Forests bloom thicker. Animals evolve into new forms. Climate stabilizes slowly as carbon sinks into oceans and trees. The scars heal, though some will last for thousands of years. The planet continues beautiful, resilient, indifferent. So imagine it awakening to find humanity erased, 500 years gone. You wander through green, drowned cities, across deserts, reclaiming old highways, under skies free of smoke and noise. The Earth, once bent beneath the weight of billions, has risen back to its wild rhythm. And maybe the final lesson is this: we were never masters of Earth. We were only guests. The planet doesn't need us, it never did. The forests, oceans, deserts, and skies carry on in silence, in song, without us. The true question is not what if humans disappeared. It is what will we choose while we are still here.